1% better. 1% better. Every day. How can we make that happen? How can you get 1% better? How can I get 1% better? Okay? Because if we're not getting 1% better, guess what? We're getting 1% worse. That's the truth. Think about it. You're either living or you're dying. And honestly, we're dying every day. Okay? We're only getting closer to death. We're only getting closer to being 6 feet underground. And that's something that I remind myself every single day. So how do we make sure that we make use of today? Well, what I do is I wake up early. My wake up time is 3 o'clock in the morning. And again, I got this advice from a guy named Wes Watson. It wasn't my idea. But I saw it and I knew one thing, that this would make me better. And so let's look 8 months down the road now. All right, 8 months since I've been waking up. How do we get 1% better? How have I been able to use this as an opportunity for me to get 1% better? Well, I'm here sharpening my knife. Okay? 10 sets of 30 burpees I just got done doing. 10 sets. Okay? 300 burpees later, I'm feeling phenomenal. I'm feeling a high frequency. I'm feeling like this is what I'm supposed to be doing. And so now, why do we do this in the morning? Because this is an opportunity for us to get better and to work on ourselves. You and I both need to work on ourselves before we see the world, before we meet anybody. It's 5:38 in the morning. People might be waking up, but most likely they're not. Nobody's really awake right now, only a very few. And so when you decide to wake up earlier, you decide to take an opportunity to use these hours where most people are sleeping to better yourself. You have to look at yourself as a knife. You're like a spear, and every day you're going out and hunting. Because I believe we have to still go on hunt. As much as I believe in the law of attraction, being and becoming, absolutely. But at the end of the day, the only way there's going to be food on the table is if we go and hunt it. It's not going to come to us. So to a level, you have to go out there and hunt. Now, you imagine this spirit that you have. Every day you're going out and hunting. It's going to get dull. So every morning you wake up before you go hunt, you got to sharpen that spear. Sharpen it. How do we do that? We are the spear. We are the spear. Our mindset is the spear. Our mindset is what needs to be sharpened. So how do we do that? We sharpen the knife. We sharpen the spear by making things harder on ourselves. Waking up earlier. Getting yourself some coffee and praying. How is praying hard, Alex? Well, it's because it's showing gratitude. It's showing humility. I ask for forgiveness every single morning. Oh my God, forgive me for anything I've done that might not coincide with what you want me to do. And thank you, God, for another beautiful day. Thank you. No matter what, my feet touch the ground. The first thing I do when my feet touch the ground is I do this. I'm like, thank you. Because no matter what, it's another opportunity for me to be better. It's another opportunity for me to live this life that we were given. It is a gift. If it wasn't a gift, we wouldn't be so upset when somebody passes. But the truth is, sometimes we don't get a slap in the face until something like that happens or a near-death experience happens. And so if every day you can focus on getting better, 1% better, your life will get 1% better because you're getting 1% better. You see, nothing around you really changes as much as you change. Think back to when you were in love. Think back to when you really, really liked somebody, right? How were your days then? When you're texting them, and you're really excited. Man, like if somebody could cut you off, you're like, don't even worry about it. But let's look back to the last time you were pissed off. Someone could have said, hey, how are you? Don't even talk to me right now. You didn't even want to talk to them. Because how you are is how the world is. Not vice versa. The world isn't how it is, it's how as you are. And so if every day we can take this time to elevate ourselves, to make ourselves better, we will go out into the world way more prepared. Because if you fall, everything else falls. If you get sick, you can't do anything. If you're not right here, everything else around you isn't right. So we program in the morning. And if you haven't been taking this time, waking up and taking time to develop yourself, how do you expect your life to get better? You're not taking the time to better yourself. Imagine you are this knife and you're not sharpening, you're trying to cut through chicken, onions, all these things, and it's just not fucking cutting. Why? You haven't sharpened it. And you're wondering why you feel so tired, why you're out of energy. You haven't worked on yourself, my friend. You've been working on everything else and ignoring the engine. You are the engine of your life. This body is the engine of your life. It's the vehicle. And so we must take care of it. And when you decide to wake up earlier, you're deciding to live your life. And yes, it's difficult. But so is everything else. So is being broke. So is being out of shape. So is being without someone you love. It is all difficult. So you get to choose your hard. So you choose to live a hard life because you don't have the body you want, because you're embarrassed to go out, because you don't have somebody you love, because you don't have the money to go the places you want to go to, because you're stressing about the bills. That's hard. Or you decide to wake up earlier, to be strict on your diet, to hit these workouts, to learn how to communicate, to understand that you might have an anger issue. You might be stubborn as fuck. You might be super hard-headed. And you might need to learn how to listen. So all these, no matter what, life will be hard. The thing is, you get to choose your hard. Because life will never give anybody an easy life. I don't care if you're born with money or you're born broke. Life will still give you a hard life. If you allow life to be the one to put the pressure on you. But if you decide to put the pressure on yourself, life's pressure will just feel like a side dish. Your main course, you give it to yourself. With your early wake-up time, with your hard workouts, with your strict diet, with your consistent prayer and on your knees and your humility to God. And then doing hard tasks throughout the day, going harder at work, running that business, making more sales, pushing everyone else around you, deciding to stick away from the vices, deciding to not go towards the alcohol, not go towards the weed, not go towards the drugs, deciding to restrain yourself from all these, from the porn, from the sex. When you decide to restrain yourself from all these things, that is where you find your strength. And you decide to make life hard on yourself. So when life decides to put you through a breakup, put you through a loss of a job, put you through an injury, you're like, hey, this is nothing. This is just a regular day for me. I've been through this. I go through hard adversity every single day. I know what I have to do. I know where my mind has to go. It has to go to life happens for me, not to me. And this adversity, this obstacle is only going to make me better. That's where I'm going. Good. And so we program every single day. We intentionally make our life harder. So when life decides to throw us a side dish, we're like, hey, thank you. But my main course is a lot bigger than this. Don't be afraid to make life harder on yourself. Because on the other side of hardships is pride. It's respect. It's confidence. It's self-esteem. You will believe in yourself more because of what you put yourself through. And when you have that belief, you will set higher standards for yourself. And you will achieve more things in your life than you ever thought you could. Because you decided to take the harder road. The path of most resistance. Let's go!